Hello, it's me. I've got a package all the way from Russia. I apologize for my voice, but I think I'm experimenting with an upper respiratory infection, seeing if I enjoy it or not. So far, no. But just gives me that slight grizzle to my voice there. Anyway, so this promises to be a fascinating addition to my collection. And let's see. Okay. Oh, there's a couple. So there's a couple puzzles that drew my interest, and in no particular order, I will test them out. Okay. Oh yeah, so this is a master version of a puzzle that I have. It's a cubic version of some other kind of a puzzle. Okay, so I think it's an octahedral. I love the SLS printing, so anyway, there's this movement, there's this movement. Okay, and that's like this all around the puzzle. Okay, a little bit of a grittiness there. And I wonder if there's any, I don't think there's any, yeah. Okay, yeah, there's no jumbling. So there's sort of like a Rex component over here, as you can see. Rex component over here, and possibly even a Cube component here. Am I able to do Cube moves? I don't know. Looks like I should. Oh, there it is. Okay, and I can. So I see Cube moves, and I see Rex moves, and I see a master version of that as well. Okay, I'm going to just kind of break this guy in. And I think I can use a little bit of lubrication on it, but because it's SLS printing, it should be fairly simple to do that. So this is the Master Raptor Cube. As you can see, there's these cube cuts. Oh, gotta get it lined up. And these Raptor cuts as well. So, and it's got the master version also. Just have to line things up. There we go. All right, yeah, once you get it started, it goes pretty well. Okay, so Master Raptor Cube. More on this later. Okay, yeah, so the next ones do fulfill certain gaps. In my collection. So this is a face-turning octahedron, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5-layer face-turning octahedron. Moves brilliantly. And what I'm going to do later is I'm going to pull this out with the other octahedrons that are of a similar, I guess, structure, and see how they compare. So very, very well printed, as I expect from all of Bugden's products. Well, if I'm going to have a 5-layer, then I should also have a 6-layer. So you can see that this is skirting the outer reaches of probability here. So you can see that it's a little skewed over here to make this work, but boy does it work. So the movement is great, movement is incredible. So what I'm going to do is, like I say, roll this out with the other face-turning octahedrons, a little tight towards the middle here. So I'll just have to tread a little carefully. I don't want to break any pieces. I don't know how thin they are. But as you get towards the outer layers, the movement is really good. Okay, wonderful. So these will find great places within the collections. So octahedral puzzles. Oh, don't want this to start coming apart here. I think when I moved it in the middle, I may have put some things out. Oh no, it fits together nicely. Okay, so 6-layer, 5-layer, and this Master Raptor Cube. Ever complex versions of puzzles that I have, I'm just going to break it in, work on the movement a little bit, and then bring it out with its brethren, so to speak, and give it a solve. So there you go. Congratulations, Evgeny, for more triumphs, and thanks for watching. Hello, it's me, and we've got an unboxing from the great Eitan share. So you know that when he designs something, it's going to be fascinating. Okay, so what aspects of my collection needed just a little bit more? Whoa! Just needed a little bit more of a push in order to kind of complete a series. So let's see what we've got. Well, I've got 3 puzzles. Which one should I start off with? You know, I think I might even have more than 3. Yeah, what the heck. We'll start off with this guy over here. Am I zoomed in? No. Okay. Am I? No. Okay, so let's see what starts us off at round 1. So as I very carefully dissect into this, we can see a cubic structure here. Okay, wow, very nicely packed. Alright, so the first one that we see is a very complex looking puzzle here. Let's aim this down. Okay, so this is actually a master version of this puzzle over here. Now you can see that we've gone beyond the square and we're pillowed a little bit. My preference, of course, is not to pillow, but I do understand that although he did offer it in a non-pillowed way, said that basically the ease of use might be better if it is pillowed. So as you recall, a Curvy Copter, this is a Curvy Copter Plus, it's a edge turner, and as an edge turner it can jumble and all that other good stuff. So what does it take to be a master version of that? Well, let's do some first motions. Now I'll tell you it's a very compact feeling puzzle. At first I thought that some of the stickers were gone, but these are actually not stickered at any side. So let's try the first part here. Ooh, very nice. So this is the most outward of the edges, and this is the inward edge. Wow. Very compact, very smooth moving puzzle. So the Crazy Curvy Copter. Now as a Crazy Curvy Copter Plus, not only can it jumble, but it also is it's kind of unbandaged. So let's do a deep curve turn, a deep jumble turn. So move this up to here, and let's see. Now it's really just a matter of positioning. I think we're just aha. Okay, so here's wow, incredible. So here's a deep jumble move. But I can also do a superficial jumble move like this. Now I don't know what the earlier versions of this puzzle was, but this is among the most compact, easily moving versions that I've seen. Not that I've seen the other versions, but in any case, I don't want to scramble it completely, but if I hold it like this, ideally, now although it's unbandaged here, I'm still sort of locked up over here, so I'm going to move this down here. And even when I do that, I can still start moving it from this layer. Again, I got to be very careful. I'm not ready to do a full scramble yet. But I can show the unbandaged versions of it. So basically it's kind of like a mix-up puzzle where I can put edges where corners supposed to be. That's a deep, but I can also do it superficially, or can I? I have no doubt that I can. Let me just see if it's unbandaged superficially as well. And that would be this turn here. Now I'm having a hard time with it, but I don't want to force it. Let's move this back to here. And it might just be initial stiffness. Wow, okay. So this is movable here and here. Okay, so what if I were to do just a purely superficial move? Move it into here. Look at all these areas of craziness. Okay, I can move it very cleanly here. Okay, gotta be careful. Okay, good. This doesn't quite want to, well, it's not that it doesn't want to move, it's just it's going to move here. So it's insane how much complexity this puzzle is going to have. And in terms of how I would go about solving it, if it's by way of reduction, go down to here. Okay. Now can I do a turn this way? Yes. This bumps into it over here. I can do a deep turn. And can I do a superficial turn? I think that I can. I don't want to push it too much, but I can see the folds in here where I can. If I move this down to here, it might be easier for me to do. Okay, I got to make sure it's all completely lined up. Oh, there we go. Lined up here. Lined up here. This wants to move. Okay, now I can tell it does want to move. It's having a little bit of a hard time, but I think that's just how I've lined it up. Okay, now? Yeah. Okay, so it can move along this line and the superficial line too, so I got a tiny little piece in here. I have to say that this is among the more incredible puzzles that I've seen. Okay, let's move this back up. And it loves to move too. It's very playable. Very portable, very playable. I wonder what it would look like if it was completely cubic and not pillowed, but honestly, the craftsmanship is so good, I'm okay with all that. Okay, so this promises to be a desert island puzzle where you can be stranded on a desert island for years and never really get bored. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to just kind of break it in a little bit, take some of the rigidity down. But the Master Curvy Copter Plus, fantastic. Okay, a little bit more on this later as I start to spotlight these puzzles later. Okay, next, let's see, how many more do I have? I think I just have 2 more. Okay, next we have this guy. So who are you? Let's dissect into this here. All right, so this is a cubic puzzle, but it's actually a transformation. It's a cubic transformation of an octahedral puzzle. So this is the Radio Cube, once again, very solidly built. And this has what appears to be edge moves, but they're really not edge moves. They're, here we go. So you got this move over here, and then there's other styles like this move over here. So this is an octahedron, but it's a cubic version. It's specifically a cubic transformation of a Radiolarian puzzle, a Radiolarian 3. Okay, so I'm just going to have to break it in a little bit. And it seems like there's different sides. Sometimes you get a corner turn and an edge turn. They're actually all side turns. They're face turns in this particular cubic transformation. Okay, now because it's an octahedron, it should be able to jumble. Can it? Well, I'm sure it can. Okay, now I actually have an earlier version of it, which is this guy over here, and just comparing it, the size is pretty much the same, although it isn't exactly the same here. Missing a sticker here, but you can see that this is the same, these are the same, these cuts are the same here too, but you can see there's a little bit of a skewing here. The same, tinier over here, larger here, and then we have an extra piece over here. Unless this side is more likened onto this side here, which I think it is. Okay, just the color scheme is different. So same. Okay, so it really is the same kind of puzzle. This one I have broken in a lot more. You can see as it turns. And then we can start to work on getting some jumbling with this too. Looks like we're just about there. Well, in any case, this is one that we're spotlighting right now. Again, this has a much more plastic feel to it. And we're just going to work with this one as well. And I'm looking for the lines of jumbling. Okay, this turns here. Okay, so there you have it. This is the Radio Cube 3, earlier version and later version. Now we got this big guy over here. This is the pièce de résistance. The moment, at least I've been waiting for. And what was fascinating to me is getting a master version of any puzzle is interesting, but actually getting a master version of such a complex puzzle. So here it is. For those who know what this is, you know where I'm going with this. What an unveiling. So this is probably among the most complex puzzles that I have in my collection. Okay, now luckily I've got a whole bunch of stickers as an extra set. So you guys all have heard of, I'm sure, of the Eitan star. It's a face-turning icosahedron, one of the first mass-produced. Brilliant puzzle by Eitan, and incredibly smooth moving, even though considering the complexity of the puzzle. Well, what if we did a master version of this? So the master version of the Eitan star is this guy here, the Eitan Nebula. So once again, it's a icosahedron. I wonder if the color scheme is similar here. Has a nice gradation with its color system. This is mass produced, so it has a different kind of a scheme. Is this more than 20 sides? Almost looks like it. But no, so it's a 20-sided puzzle. And it's a master version because, whoa, so you got the superficial layer and you've got a deeper layer. So it's a 2-layer version of this. And just like the Eitan star, it's so much smoother than it really has any right to be. And because of its basic shape, it should be able to jumble. So let's see if we can get some jumbling going on here. I've always been fascinated by face turners, just their platonic nature. Okay. Now I haven't played with the Eitan star too much. Maybe I should before tackling this so I can get used to the movement. Okay, looks like this kind of wants to start moving. But I don't think we're totally lined up yet. Aha! Aha! Okay, so here is some jumbling moves. Jumbling in one layer, and jumbling in another layer. Alright, so you can tell that as complex as this is, this one, now is going to take it to whole new levels. So 2 layers of independent jumbling. Yeah, let's see, now that I'm in jumble position, I can probably jumble some other sides. Yeah, here and here. So 2 layers of jumbling. It's amazing. Now, what's also interesting is how we can keep track of these puzzles, or keep track of the shapes as we're utilizing them. So I can maybe do a whole other layer of jumbling. Yep, okay. So, I don't want to go too deep into this, but now I can jumble this part here, and I can even jumble the layer in here. Like I say, much more smooth than it has any right to be. Alright, let's work on getting some of this back before I completely put myself into a precarious position. Alright, so that's it. That's the Eitan Nebula. And right now I'm totally overwhelmed by what I'm seeing. Again, this remains probably among the most complex puzzles in my collection. I think I honestly have to go through my collection again to see if there's anything that even compares with this. But here we have them side by side, Eitan Star and the Eitan Nebula. Here is the Curvy Copter Plus and the Master Curvy Copter Plus. And then here is the cubic version of that. So really taking an incredible feat and outdoing yourself. Outdoing yourself. Thy name is Eitan, and honestly, this is one of the most incredible unboxing of puzzles that I've ever done. And what I'm going to do is spotlight them at a future video, go through, if I'm brave enough, to scramble, and possibly, well, not possibly, definitely to solve. Anyway, Eitan, fantastic work. You are absolutely a blessing onto the Twisty Puzzle community. Your designs are second to none and truly appreciated by collectors such as myself. Anyway, thanks for watching.